Hey best friend, today's video is sponsored by andMore. They sent out to me a 40-gallon laundry basket and I was like, oh, it's time that I get a new laundry basket. But I did not know that this laundry basket was this type of laundry basket. This laundry basket is simply amazing. For one, it's huge. And I was looking for a laundry basket to put in my washroom because you guys know I wear a lot of black and white, and my husband does not wash his clothes. His clothes are always sent to the cleaner. So I wanted to have a separate laundry basket that I can put my husband's clothes in and my work clothes in so we can easily bring them to the cleaners. So you guys, let me tell you all about this basket. All right, y'all. I'm going to do a voiceover on this part because I want to show y'all how easy it is to put this laundry basket together. The assembly was so easy. They send every single thing that you need. They send all of the screws, the instruction. It's really 1, 2, 3. It took me every bit of 5 minutes to put this together. I love this laundry basket for one because it's big. Two, I love it because it have the rollers on it. Now, when these people reached out to me, I was like, oh, this will be a perfect time for me to get another laundry basket because y'all know that I wear all black, well, black and white to work. And I have a lot of different clothes. And y'all also know that Handsome Face only sends his clothes to the dry cleaners. So I needed I needed a big enough laundry basket to have my dry clean clothes and also Handsome Face clothes. So y'all done seen the way that I did the washroom already. Y'all know my washroom is nice and it's organized. So I moved some stuff around just to put this laundry basket in there. Now, you don't necessarily just have to use this laundry basket in the washroom. You could use it in the kids' room. You could use it in a dorm room. You could use it really anywhere because it is big and it is deep. Now, what I like about it is that I am going to use it for dry clean clothes, right? You can pick this right up because they have the 2 handles on the side. You can pick it right up, put it in your truck, and bring it right to the dry cleaners. And that's what I love about it. Not to mention, it is easy and it is really easy on the eyes. It's really cute. It's nice. Now, and not on top of that, I like the part that you can have, like, if you want to bring this to the laundromat, you have a little place on the side where you can put laundry detergent. I'm not going to use it for that. Like I said, this is going to be for dry cleaning only. So I'm going to let you see how easy it is to put this together while I tell y'all a little story time. Oh, not to mention, I'm going to also have the link down below because you can get this on Amazon. I am not sure if it come in any other colors. I got mine in a dark gray with a little black trimming. It is so cute, y'all. I like it. But anyways, I got a quick story to tell y'all. I was in the mall yesterday and they had this lady and this little girl walking around in the mall, right? This little girl had to probably be about 15 years old. Next thing I know, I heard screaming and hollering and cursing. I turned around because I'm nosy. I turned around and the little girl, I don't know if this was her mama or this was her grandma, but this little girl was screaming and hollering, yeah, telling her mama or her grandma, you're gonna buy me this, you're gonna do this. This little girl was cursing and everything. Girl, my nerves got so bad because I remember when I was a young girl, baby, I could have never, do you understand me? Never yelled at my mama or my grandmother. Now, what y'all don't know, I'm going to tell y'all, I lived with my grandmother till I probably was about maybe 15 years old. I lived with my grandmother, and after she passed, I lived with my mama. But I could remember, y'all, that I had a flip mouth just like I got right now. But y'all know I found Jesus and I have evolved. But I ain't gonna say now, I won't tell you off. But anyways, y'all know, let me stick to the story, because y'all know I can go from the right to the left to the left to the right like real fast. I could tell you five different stories in one story. But I'm trying to stick to this story time, because I'm trying to tell y'all how, if that would have been me, I'd have been laid out on the ground, because guess what? My grandmother or my mama would have knocked me clean out. I can remember, y'all, that when I probably was maybe about 10 years old, right? I was running my mouth, getting smart with my grandmother. And my grandmother, we don't call her grandmother, we call her grandma. And my grandma told me, you better stop running your mouth before I knock your teeth down your throat. You're going to be spitting up your teeth like you spitting up corn. I looked at her and I was like, girl, but before I could get anything out, baby, I wasn't spitting up teeth like I was spitting out corn. But I'd be damned if I wasn't spitting out blood. When I tell you that lady had them backhand smack me so fast, girl, I'll never forget that. When I tell you, my parents, my mama, and my grandma, they did not play getting smart like that. And my grandma was the type of person to where my grandma was real old school. And not to mention, y'all, I was her favorite. Not to mention, I was her favorite. My grandma was the type of person that we had chores to do. We had to do our homework, come straight home from school, do homework. And also, like, if when we was out of school for summertime, you know, these days and times, these kids lay in the bed all day long. These kids go out on the street and they come back, you see them laying down. Girl, my grandma would have knocked my head clean off my shoulder. If I'm talking about going outside and come lay back down, girl, that was a crime when you did that. Because let me tell y'all what we had to do. When we wake up in the morning, baby, we had to get up, put clothes on, brush our teeth, put clothes on, and make our bed. If we decided to where we wanted to lay down again, guess what? We had to put a sheet over the bed. We would or sit in the chair or sit on the floor. My grandmother did not play laying in that bed in clothes you wore outside. And then not on top of that, I don't ever even remember being able to lay around all day in like pajamas. We literally had to get up every morning, do what we do in the morning, put clothes on, and make the beds. Like I said, if you wanted to lay back down, baby, you better have got a sheet. That is just so crazy how the world have changed. And the way we was raised is just like, that made me the person that I am today. And a lot of people be saying how our whole house. Baby, we didn't play that. We had chores to do. We had to clean up. We had to wash dishes. We had to put dishes away. You talk about clean up the kitchen. You don't clean the stove. You don't wipe the table. You don't sweep. Oh, girl, we could not do that. These days and time, these children go clean up the kitchen. They won't half wash the dishes. They don't wash the stove. They don't. They don't wipe the table off. They don't do nothing. Girl, my grandma did not play. A lot of people always ask me, girl, you from New Orleans. What you think about the second line? I be like, second line? Baby, I got a story to tell you about the second line. I ain't never did no second line, because when I tried to do a second line, girl, my grandma flipped. Now, let me tell y'all this. My biological daddy, mama, was a second liner. And my biological daddy used to ride horses. So every single Sunday, I don't know if I have anybody on here that's from New Orleans, but I was born and raised on Louisiana Avenue in New Orleans. That is uptown, right? We stayed in the double right next to the fire station, a couple of stores down from Brown Sugar Record Shop, and a couple of stores down from the Brown Derby. The second line used to pass there every single Sunday. Now I'm thinking, okay, my daddy, mama is about to pass. We about to have a good old time. Baby, my grandma was sitting on that porch, and might I add, with a knife inside her plant. Girl, she was rough. And she was a beautiful lady, y'all. My grandmother was high yellow. She passed for a white lady. She was high yellow with long, beautiful hair. My grandma was beautiful. Oh, and let me also tell y'all, I was her favorite. Anyway, so let me get back to the story. So you would think because the second line passed down Louisiana Avenue every single day, it would have been okay if I threw my hand up in the air, right, and I jammed to the beat, dun 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 dun. You'd have thought that was okay. Baby, Ezell Stapleton Smith did not play that. Baby, the minute I threw that arm up in the air, that lady popped me so hard I fell down the stairs. I said, I be damned. This lady here. We was not allowed to gyrate. Do you hear me? We was not allowed to do stuff like that. And that's why right now I have social anxiety. Like, you will not hardly ever catch me around a big old crowd. I don't too much. I could tell you the last time I've ever been to a club, I was in my 20s, and I'm 54. I'm 54 years old right now. I don't do stuff like that. We down in New Orleans, they used to have this thing called Family Day in the Park. We went to Family Day in the Park one time, and they had a bad fight in Family Day in the Park. And guess what? We ain't never been back to a Family Day in the Park. I have not ever been to a Essence, a Second Line, nothing that they have in New Orleans. Sometimes, girl, when people be asking me what's good to do in New Orleans, I be looking around like, hell if I know. I ain't never did nothing. And all as I am, I still never did none of that stuff that people do in New Orleans. Girl, it's just, I don't know. I'm born and raised in New Orleans, but I ain't never had an opportunity to do anything. Girl, I don't never even remember trick-or-treating when I was a little girl. When I tell you we did nothing. To me, I feel like my grandma was so strict. And that's why I don't do a whole lot to this day. But that's okay. I can tell you one thing. My grandma loved her some Tangy. And I mean, I just realized that these days and time, these little kids is crazy. And my grandchildren are the apple of my eyes. And that's how I was with my grandmother. My grandmother was simply amazing, and the way that she raised me, it made me into the woman that I am today. And I feel like a grandmother should be that grandchild that they can go to, that will, that grandma will pray for them. My grandmother to me was my safe haven. Even though she was the type of person that kept a tight eye on you, my grandmother was really a simply amazing woman. And I would never, ever have spoken to my grandma like that. I mean, well, I did try it, but it didn't work, y'all. That's all I wanted to tell y'all. Look, let me show y'all how my beautiful hamper came out. So, y'all remember how my washroom was. So I just kind of moved the trash can out, and I put this big old clothes hamper here because I put my work clothes in here. So this is why I moved everything around to put my work clothes, because you see, I wear a lot of black and white. And when I take my clothes off, I just want to be able to put it in this deep hamper. And when it's time to bring stuff to the cleaners, I can have my clothes, my dirty clothes in here, and hubby clothes in here. So this is where I put it in the washroom. Now be mindful. Yes, this is a washroom. It was all beautiful before, but honey, look. Everything, oh, look at it. Everything, look at that, y'all. Everything don't always stay beautiful. I try to keep it up as best I can. I don't know how that felt like that, but anyways, so this is the hamper, and this is where it is. So I'm gonna have the link down below in the description box.